All right, man, bright and early today, very excited. New lake, we are at the Florida Fishing Trail. So we checked in, got our little pass, and we're over here, we're at Lake O'Rourke. So there's like, I think there's 5 different lakes, you know, it's part of a mining whole deal. So they opened up 5 new lakes just the beginning of this year. It's my first time over here, and man, it's a windy day. We just had a storm roll through yesterday, so I don't know how these fish are gonna be. Maybe a little finicky. We're still going for it. Got some glide baits tied on, you know, big top water, because I'm hopeful. And other than that, you know, we brought some smaller stuff. Brought a spinning rod. We can do Senkos, flukes, that whole deal. You know, they just opened these lakes up the beginning of this year, so they are very unmolested by the general public at large. So hopefully that means they're pretty dumb. Hopefully we can get some big dumb ones. There we go. There we go. I thought I was getting bit. There we go. Dude, that fish ate it and he was swimming with it. I thought I was getting bit. I just could not tell for the life of me, dude. This lake, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. That's not too shabby. This lake is very shallow, dude. I mean, we've paddled all the way from the boat ramp. We're all the way on the far side of the lake. And really not a lot of it's that fishable per se, just because it's so shallow. So I just kept paddling and paddling and paddling, and we had to jump out and hoof the kayak over a few spots that were so shallow. Point being, I just worked my way back here until I found where I could see where the water dropped a little deeper. So that's where we made this cast, dude. Caught one. Okay, we got a lot going on here. That's a good fish, man. That's not a dink. The guy at the thing, there was another fisherman checking in as I was this morning, and he was talking about there's a lot of 2 and 3 pound bass in these lakes, and dude, that's a good one, man. That's, you know, that's a healthy one. Really long fish, dude. That is a long bass. We're throwing the swim bait around, top water start the morning. Just nothing. So man, got the micro citizen out, a little underspin because it's windy. The water's pretty murky. I was very wrong about it being clear because of the hydrilla. There is a decent bit of hydrilla in this lake, but the water's pretty muddy. I assume it clears up when it's when the water levels are higher, but there's just so been going through a drought down here, so they are really low. This guy, 17.5 inches. Dude, that is a great way to start, man. That's a good one, dude. 11.5 inches around in the girth. Absolutely loving it. We're gonna hang in this little area right in these pads. This just looks like a slightly deeper area right in here. And then if you go back there, there's like an offshoot little nubbins to this lake, and I think it gets deep back there. So I was kind of making my way back there, but we'll kind of cast around here for a minute. See if we can't pick up a few more, dude. That was legit. No, damn it, dude. Damn it. I think we got bit just there. Hard to say. I could have been caught on some grass or something. Let's try that again. I think I was just grass, dude. It's so damn shallow right here. Yes. Damn. Oh, right there at the kayak, dude. Oh my God, dude. That was insane. Dude, we're in... Holy hell, dude. I thought I was getting bit. That fish came out of nowhere, dude. We're in like, man, yeah, I can stick my foot down. I'm touching right there. We're in, you know, a foot of water at best. Like that first one came kind of over there. There's a depression. This whole area, this whole big flat is basically like inches deep. You can see down, you can see some brim beds and there's a bunch of grass and hydrilla. Dude, oh man, that fish was hanging out in inches of water, dude. Oh, we almost had another one. There we go. There we go. There's another one. They're up here, dude. They're fish moving around, even though it is so super shallow. We're in that back little nubbins off the main lake. We are tucked back in here. There's a gator over there. It's so shallow that guy can't even submerge and hide himself. Dude, it's crazy how shallow it is, and that a lot of this lake is this shallow, like a large majority of it. Obviously, we start getting some rain, it'll fill in. And you probably, you know, the water's not really clear, so you probably wouldn't be seeing bottom. But there is a ton of hydrilla. I mean, you can see there's a ton of hydrilla. We're back here. A lot of barren spots, a lot of like brim beds and stuff. There's fish back here, man. They're there we go. There we go. I cheated that guy. I just watched him come up and bust some bait right there. There's a little guy. We cheated for that one. I'll take it though. There we go. There's a little guy. There's a little guy. I kind of lied. It does drop off. That gator somewhere over there, and he did end up disappearing under the surface. So it does just get a hair deeper back here. We're in the far back little reaches back here. There we go. There's, oh, damn it, dude. Oof. Here we go. Almost had another one. They're pretty nippy today, man. It seems like they're nipping at it a lot. They might be, the water's real murky. When we do get into these deeper areas, you know, again, I kind of hoofed my kayak through across a flat and saw it kind of drop off right in here. And it's wherever you can see the water, you know, when we were shallower, there was a more hydrilla, it was a little clear. This is a lot murkier and stuff. Real low water, you know, the wind's churning it up and stuff. We just had a storm roll through, so we've gotten a little bit of an influx of water and stuff last night and some wind, so the lake is definitely churned up. So I'm pretty sure a lot of these bites too, they might just be nipping at the blade. Oh, there we, oh no, dude. Oh, damn. Was that an actual bite on the tiny clash, or did I just hit something? Maybe a brush pile down there? Eesh, it was hard to tell. Shit. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's a tiny clash bite. Oh my God, it's a big one, dude. That's a big one. That's a nice one, dude. Dude, we are just out here in the middle. I mean, I figure, man, there's only so many deeper spots in this lake. So I figured we'd spend some time throwing the swim bait out deeper, dude. That's what we were looking for, dude. That is the result we wanted. The water's really murky. Oh, dude, I don't have this fish that well, dude. Oh, we don't have this one that great. That is a nice one, dude. Slow reeling this tiny clash along. Really finessey, you know. Not getting crazy with it. Just slow reeling it, man. Just covering water in this open water area. Oh, God, that's a good one, dude. That's a good one. Oh, God, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Holy hell, dude. There we go, baby. New lake. Dude. Oh, yeah, baby. That is sick. Oh, that is a big old fat pig. Look at that. Dude, look at that tiny clash. Absolutely freaking T-boned in the face, man. That fish just, boom, sucked her down. Hell yeah, man. Oh my God. We are late man, let me tell you something. We had this cool down. Like I said, we got a storm last night and it cooled down. We're talking like it's like mid to high 70s today, and we were getting some 90-degree weather, and we are at the very bitter end of hard swim bait season for me down here in Florida. Man, once we get into summertime, these fish do not really, they just do not chew a hard bait, you know, glide bait, tiny clash, that kind of thing. So I really thought I was pushing my luck today with it, but we had to throw it, and that's why. Look at that. Look at that big old tank, dude. That is a nice, healthy one. All right, dude. We got her 21 1/4 inches. That is to the fork of the tail. So, you know, yeah, she's probably 22 1/4 inches total length. All right. Got my thing, measure the girth. Oh, dude, that is sick. That's a tank, dude. This is a nice one. I think she's probably 6 pounds at least. We're gonna put her on the scale and find out. We are 14 1/4 inches girth. Heck to the yeah, guy. Okay, we got our grip. As always, I like to dunk them, get them oxygenated while I one hand reach back and finagle out my scale. Oh, guy, got too much shit today. Oh, guy, that was sick, dude. That's in my head. That's what I envisioned, man. I'm like, you know what? There's so much shallow air in this lake, and we caught fish up shallow, but I'm like, there's got to be the bigger ones hanging out deep, moving into those summertime patterns, you know. And there's only so much deep water in this lake. It's a good sized lake, but man, so much of it is just so shallow. So it's really easy to just pitch around these deeper areas and go for it, you know. There's only so much. All right, we got it zeroed out. All right, dude. 5.79, hair over 5 3/4, dude. Okay, dude. Let's get her back. That was absolutely most excellent, dude. New lake, catching a big old freaking tank. Get her moving, get her right with the world. Watch them swim off. That's so awesome.